Have you ever noticed that some women never feel the need to show off or prove themselves, yet others perceive them as rare treasures, almost unattainable? While many women find themselves in the position of being chosen, a select few naturally become the focus of desire, admiration, and protection. What sets them apart? It isn't expensive possessions, designer outfits, or clever tactics to hold attention. The true difference lies in the energy they exude, a feminine energy that makes them stand out as exceptional. This is not something you can buy. It is something cultivated from within. It's reflected in the way you carry yourself. Maintain a sense of mystery, savor small moments, and nurture your own being. In this video, we'll uncover 7 key secrets of feminine energy from Carl Jung's perspective. These principles guide you to move beyond being just one option among many, and instead become a rare presence that others deeply value. This journey goes beyond love. It's about connecting with your authentic self, embracing wholeness, and radiating effortless magnetism. Are you ready to become that truly invaluable woman? Let's begin with the first secret: magnetic silence. Even without overtly showing off, you naturally draw others toward you. There's something captivating that often goes unnoticed. Moments of quiet frequently leave a deeper impression than loud words. Have you ever been in a crowded room where everyone is chatting eagerly, yet one woman sits quietly, not competing, not trying to prove herself, yet her gaze makes it impossible to look away? That isn't empty silence. It's a soft, mysterious, deeply magnetic energy. Her quiet presence is like a clear lake in the midst of a noisy city. The longer you observe it, the calmer your heart becomes. In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, a woman's silence is a rare luxury. Noise doesn't only come from outside, honking cars, blaring music, endless notifications, but also from within, worries, comparisons, and ceaseless inner dialogue. Amid that chaos, someone who can sit, smile lightly, and listen without rushing to interrupt becomes a rare frequency. People are drawn to this calm energy because, deep down, everyone seeks a safe harbor. I once heard a story about a dinner party in the art world. Everyone was dressed glamorously, speaking loudly to gain attention. Yet in the corner of the room, there was a woman in a simple dress, listening, occasionally smiling, sometimes asking a gentle but insightful question. When the party ended, the laughter and chatter faded, but her quiet presence lingered in people's minds. She was remembered not for doing much, but because the little she did carried refinement and weight. Carl Jung once said that when a person integrates their shadow, the denied parts, weaknesses, and insecurities, they no longer feel the need to shout to prove their worth. Embracing these aspects creates inner solidity. When you are grounded inside, external noise becomes irrelevant. Silence then becomes the truest expression of strength. The same applies to love. Many women believe they must constantly entertain or impress to attract a man. But the truth is the opposite. Sometimes, simply sitting beside him without words, your hand lightly on a glass, your eyes calm as they gaze outward, creates a lasting impression. In that silence he feels safe, a rare feeling in a world that constantly demands strength and armor. Some women fear that silence might seem boring, but silence is not the absence of charm. It is a lure without performance. Like a faint fragrance, it lingers unseen yet unforgettable. A man may forget jokes, but he will remember the peace he felt beside such a woman. Jung emphasized that everyone carries inner chaos and craves harmony. A silent woman embodies that harmony. She doesn't need to race with the world because she has discovered her own rhythm. When she finds it, her silence resonates naturally, like a melody others are drawn to. Ask yourself, when was the last time you allowed yourself true silence? Not silence born of sadness, but the kind of presence where you simply are. By practicing pause, deep breaths, and letting go of the need to prove anything, you cultivate a quiet yet enduring strength within. Men remember women with this energy because, in a pressured, competitive world, a woman who knows silence is a rare luxury. He may encounter many lively women, but only one gives him peace, the one who lingers longest in his mind. When you grasp this, there's no need to rush to impress. It's your weighted silence, the calm in your gaze, that makes you magnetic. From this stillness, you open the next chapter of your feminine journey, learning to listen with your soul, not just your ears. If you feel this silence could transform how you show up in love and life, comment with one word: peace. Choosing peace is stepping into the circle of rare women, those who do not flaunt, yet are perceived as a true luxury in the world's eyes. Number 2. Listening with the soul, making others truly feel understood. If silence sparks magnetism, listening is the rhythm that sustains connection. A quiet woman may catch a man's attention, but her ability to listen with her soul is what keeps him engaged and open. Every person, no matter how strong, desires one thing deeply: to be genuinely understood. Listening is more than remaining silent while someone speaks. Listening with the soul means being fully present, without judgment, interruption, or rushing to give advice. It's allowing another person's story to flow through you like a river, while you remain the still lake reflecting it. A man who is truly heard feels as though he's standing before a transparent mirror, where both his strengths and hidden fears are visible. I once knew a woman trained in psychology, yet in her daily life, she never acted as if she was analyzing anyone. One evening, her husband returned home exhausted. He spoke of fears about his project failing, of feeling inadequate and unworthy. Another might have said, "Don't worry, you're great." She, however, simply sat beside him, hand on his shoulder, eyes deep, without interrupting. A nod, a slow breath, a look that silently said, "I see you, I hear you." Minutes later, he cried, not because his fear disappeared, but because for the first time, he had a safe place to release it. He didn't need to prove anything or hide. That is the essence of listening with the soul. It's not about fixing or responding quickly. It's about allowing the other person to exist fully. Carl Jung highlighted that people long not just for love, but to be truly seen. To truly see someone, you must look beyond the social persona into the deeper layers of insecurity, wounds and shadows. Listening with the soul connects with the unconscious, where words matter less than the energy of empathy. Many women assume men seek advice or solutions, but men are conditioned to appear strong and rarely share vulnerabilities. When they do, what they need is not a problem solver, but a witness. A woman who can simply be present without action becomes a rare and cherished presence. Jung once wrote, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. When two souls meet in true listening, both are changed. The man is unburdened, and the woman witnesses depths seldom revealed. That is why a man may meet countless intelligent and attractive women, yet remember only the one who truly heard him, who saw him with her soul. This principle extends beyond romance, to friendship, work, and leadership. A boss can give lengthy speeches to motivate employees, but simply sitting, listening, maintaining eye contact, and opening the heart can inspire loyalty for life. Similarly, women don't need all the answers. Presence alone is powerful and rare. In a noisy world, listening with the soul is a luxury. Most people listen to respond, to argue, or to tell their own story. True soul listening is about understanding, feeling, and affirming another's existence as valuable. Men burdened by the pressure to appear strong crave this deeply but seldom admit it. Offering this gift makes you unforgettable. Men rarely remember promises or words. They remember the moments you sat with them, eyes radiating empathy. They remember silence that offered comfort. That is the power of a woman who listens with the soul, not to change his world, but to create a space where his world can safely unfold. Once you master this, you realize feminine magnetism stems not only from beauty or intelligence, but from the ability to make someone feel understood. This naturally leads to the next step, maintaining mystery. Not revealing everything at once, leaving space for him to continue discovering you. Number 3, keeping mystery, leaving something to discover. If silence can make a man pause, then attentive listening can make him stay. Mystery is the subtle magnet that keeps him searching for you. People are naturally drawn to what they cannot immediately possess. What comes too easily is often taken for granted, while what sparks curiosity leaves a lasting impression. A truly luxurious woman isn't someone who reveals herself instantly, but someone who preserves undiscovered depths. Mystery isn't about deception or hiding. It's the skill of knowing what to share and what to keep for later. Think of it like a well-written book. It isn't consumed in a single glance, but unfolds chapter by chapter, building anticipation and fascination. A woman is similar. She doesn't need to disclose her entire childhood or all her dreams in the first few encounters. She leaves spaces, reasons to return, and opportunities to learn more. I once observed a young woman in New York. Friendly and approachable, many men pursued her. But she stood out because she never revealed everything immediately. On a first date, when asked about her hobbies, she simply smiled and said, "I'll share gradually when you genuinely want to know." Rather than lengthy explanations, her playful eyes spoke volumes. Surprisingly, men continued to pursue her, discovering more pieces of her story each time. She wasn't manipulating anyone or pretending to be distant. She simply reserved part of herself, which made her extraordinary. Carl Jung noted that the feminine archetype, in the collective unconscious, is inherently tied to mystery. The anima embodies not just emotions and intuition, but also the spiritual depth often hidden in men. In a man's mind, the woman is not merely predictable. She is a doorway to his inner world. That sense of mystery inspires him to explore deeper, to touch what others cannot. Jung called this the evocative archetype, the feminine image that never loses meaning, constantly inviting discovery. In Greek mythology, Persephone illustrates this duality. Daughter of the harvest goddess Demeter and queen of the underworld through Hades, she embodies both light and darkness, spring and the underworld. This balance made her irresistibly magnetic, tender yet distant, pure yet profound. Persephone shows that a woman need not reveal everything. The more she preserves, the more enigmatic and captivating she becomes, attracting both gods and mortals alike. In real life, men are drawn to women with a similar depth. They don't need perfection or full disclosure. They desire the experience of discovering something new each day. What is given too easily fades quickly. What is revealed gradually sustains desire. Preserving mystery does not mean being cold or shut off. It reflects the awareness of one's inner world, understanding that no one deserves immediate access. A man must invest time, patience, and effort to earn trust and witness you unfold layer by layer. That journey of anticipation and discovery strengthens connection. As Jung said, "There is no light without shadow and no psychic wholeness without imperfection." The mysterious woman guards her treasures, not forever, but for the right person and the right moment. When that time arrives, what she shares becomes invaluable, reserved only for those truly worthy. Ultimately, a mysterious woman embodies luxury, not easily possessed, yet universally desired. She is not just another option. She becomes unforgettable, etched deeply in memory. Mystery is the delicate, unbreakable veil that preserves uniqueness. Without showing off or proving herself, she inspires endless yearning. By keeping parts of herself private, love becomes a journey rather than a fleeting fire. If you have experienced the power of mystery in love or life, share your story in the comments. Your experience may inspire other women to nurture and protect this rare energy. Number 4, gratitude and enjoyment. Happiness is found in the smallest details. While mystery may initially attract a man, it is the consistent energy of joy in everyday moments that keeps him engaged long-term. A man might notice beauty or be intrigued by mystery, But he truly connects with a woman who cherishes life and finds delight in simplicity. Few recognize that happiness doesn't come from abundance, but from feeling content with what you already have. A woman who constantly compares herself or complains emits a sense of lack, like an empty vessel demanding to be filled. In contrast, a woman who smiles at the scent of fresh tea or feels calm under the blue sky radiates a sense of completeness. This is a luxury that money cannot buy. It stems from inner harmony. Carl Jung highlighted that true happiness is not derived from external possessions, but from a deep connection with the self. When a woman aligns with her inner being, she stops worrying about what she lacks and ceases chasing external approval. She feels enough. From this sense of sufficiency, she becomes a light. A man near such a woman experiences security because he doesn't have to shoulder the burden of filling her emptiness. Instead, he is nourished by her completeness, making life feel lighter. Imagine a flourishing garden. It does not call out to anyone, yet its colors, scents, and vitality naturally draw people in again and again. A woman who is grateful and finds joy in life operates the same way. She does not chase love, beg for attention, or seek validation. Her happiness in simple moments, a sunrise smile, a peaceful tea, the pleasure of cooking, turns her into a luxury that men can't resist. Many women believe that keeping a man requires constant surprises or personal sacrifices. The truth is that what holds a man longest is the calm and peace you radiate while simply enjoying a quiet moment together, listening to music or watching rain fall outside. You show him that happiness doesn't depend on perfect circumstances. This is rare because men often live under pressure, chasing success and losing touch with the present moment. One man recalled countless relationships, but never forgot one rainy evening. Sheltering with his partner, she didn't complain about wet clothes or traffic. Instead, she faced the rain, laughed, and said, "Isn't this romantic?" In that instant, he realized she offered a world where joy comes from within, independent of circumstance. That memory stayed with him for years because it contrasted sharply with every other woman he had known. Carl Jung said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Living with gratitude allows you to be fully yourself, not a person chasing what you lack or imitating others, but a complete being who delights in small details." A woman embodying this energy is a true luxury, independent, unforced, yet radiating a fullness everyone desires. Ask yourself, when was the last time you paused to appreciate something small? A cool drink on a hot day, a thoughtful message, or simply your own health? Noticing these details shifts your energy, and when your energy shifts, your world shifts as well. Men are drawn not to what you display, but to what they feel in your presence. Fullness, gratitude, and genuine happiness. From this foundation of gratitude, the feminine journey deepens. When you are whole and content, you understand the power of true softness, gentle yet never weak. Live authentically without playing roles, and dare to be seen as you truly are. A woman may draw attention and intrigue with mystery, but she becomes truly exceptional only when she removes her mask and presents herself fully. Many women perform roles: the perfect partner, the lively friend, the flawless spouse. Yet the woman who dares to live authentically, saying, "I am afraid, I am wounded," becomes the rare presence that people genuinely seek. Carl Jung observed that the persona, the mask we wear to fit societal expectations, is necessary for integration, but it never represents the whole person. Women who live solely through their personas replicate countless others, always strong, cheerful, and seemingly perfect. But when a woman shows her imperfections, fears, tears, and awkward moments, she reveals her true self. In a world of pretense, that honesty is a rare and priceless gift. I once knew a woman in the media whose role demanded constant polish, confidence, and smiles. To her colleagues, she was the ideal professional. Yet in a private conversation, she revealed the deep depression she endured after losing someone dear. Rather than hide her pain, she shared her experience in a small gathering, saying, "I was weak. I thought I couldn't survive. But those dark days taught me to value the light. Instead of pity, people saw a genuine human being. From that moment, she became deeply trusted, not just for her skills, but for her honesty. Many women believe that to be loved, they must mask weakness, always appear strong, and be entertaining. But men do not commit to a great actress. They connect with a woman who is genuine. In a world where men often feel armored, they seek a safe space to lower their defenses. By showing your true self, you quietly communicate. You can be real too. With me, that authenticity is what builds lasting connection. Jung described the journey from persona to self as the return to one's true essence. For women, this is the ultimate luxury, not flawless beauty, but the courage to be real. A woman living authentically can admit fatigue, shed tears, or acknowledge her fears. This openness does not diminish men, it draws them closer. Historically, Princess Diana exemplified this rare magnetism. Within the rigid British monarchy, she openly expressed postpartum depression, marital struggles, and loneliness. Many thought vulnerability would weaken her image, but instead she became the people's princess. Millions of women related to her honesty, and her authenticity left an indelible mark, a luxury the world continues to remember. Living authentically doesn't mean exposing everything. It means showing real emotions without fearing judgment. A woman of true presence can smile brightly while also admitting, "Today I feel fragile." She doesn't need to conceal herself to be valued because her worth is rooted in truth. Notice this, those who leave the deepest impression are rarely perfect. They are the ones who dared to cry, laugh, and express fears openly. That is the essence of rare energy. In a world of facades, truth is both scarce and priceless. Men may be drawn to charm or beauty, but lasting bonds form with your essence, what cannot be replicated elsewhere. When you live authentically, you become a true luxury. Not a flawless display, but a rare and original soul. We have now covered 2/3 of this journey. Before moving on, pause, breathe deeply, let silence settle. If you see yourself in this story, like this video, to show you are present, much remains to explore in the next, maybe the pieces you've been searching for all along. Number 6. Gentle, yet strong feminine strength often lies in the ability to be soft, yet resolute. True gentleness defines feminine energy, but without boundaries, it can leave a woman vulnerable to others' demands. On the other hand, pure toughness may create distance, turning relationships into power struggles. A luxury woman strikes the balance, fluid like water, firm like stone. Carl Jung emphasized the importance of balancing opposites in the process of individuation, the journey toward becoming whole. Femininity isn't just softness, nor solely strength. It is the harmony of apparent contradictions. A woman who is gentle but not weak has integrated both her light and shadow, allowing them to coexist and support each other. This combination makes her rare, unshakable, without needing to assert herself loudly. A viewer, Anna, shared her experience with the channel. She is a successful entrepreneur, known for her calm, attentive demeanor. When a partner presented a contract that was disadvantageous, she didn't react with anger or silent compliance. Instead, she smiled gently and said, "I understand your point, but this doesn't align with my company's values. If it isn't adjusted, we cannot proceed." Her tone remained soft, yet her stance was firm. Ultimately, the partner agreed. What stood out wasn't just the result, but the way she maintained softness while upholding her principles. In love, this balance is equally vital. A gentle yet strong woman can say, "I understand you, but this I cannot accept." The delivery is light, non-confrontational, but it communicates a clear boundary. It shows willingness to listen without sacrificing self-respect. This equilibrium fosters both safety and respect in a relationship. True strength doesn't always come from loudness or defiance. Sometimes it is in a calm smile and steady eyes while defending one's values. Such strength communicates autonomy without turning love into a battlefield. Consider the image of a willow branch by the river. When strong winds blow, it bends without breaking, then returns upright. Its softness is not weakness, it's resilience. A rare woman mirrors this. She is tender and gentle, yet possesses an unyielding inner spine. The most admired women are rarely purely rigid or purely soft. They combine both. They offer comfort in vulnerability, but assert boundaries when needed. Their blend of softness in expression and firmness in principles creates lasting allure. In a world that often confuses gentleness with weakness, living softly yet steadfastly is exceptional. Many men encounter kind and sweet women, but few know how to uphold boundaries with grace. This is what makes a woman a luxury. The man who cherishes her knows he is truly fortunate. Number 7. Nurturing energy. When you care for yourself and let that care radiate to others, the true secret to a woman's luxury isn't in how much she gives, but in how she nurtures herself first, allowing that energy to flow outward naturally. An empty heart spreads fatigue, whereas a full heart radiates warmth effortlessly. Carl Jung described the mother archetype as a symbol of life, safety, and care. Yet in the collective unconscious, this archetype extends beyond childbirth or family duties. It represents nourishing energy that heals, strengthens, and protects those around her. A woman who embodies this archetype in a healthy way doesn't sacrifice herself until she's depleted. She prioritizes her own care first, so her giving comes from fullness, not exhaustion. Society often teaches women that love requires sacrifice and putting others first. But blind selflessness can lead to being taken for granted. In contrast, a woman who pauses for herself becomes rare. She may savor a quiet morning, a hot cup of tea, a favorite book, or a few moments of mindful breathing. She doesn't see self-care as selfish, but as the foundation for giving fully to others. One mother shared in therapy that early motherhood left her drained, juggling work, children, and family obligations. She rarely had time for herself, and her fatigue manifested as irritability, anger, and despair. She realized that without caring for herself, what she offered her family was only exhaustion. By introducing daily practices like meditation, journaling, gratitude exercises, rest, and asking for help, she found calm. Her children felt safer, and only through nurturing herself could she truly nurture others with peace. Science supports this approach. Research on brain plasticity shows that habits like meditation, yoga, and gratitude increase oxytocin and endorphins, the hormones of bonding and calm. When a woman nurtures herself, oxytocin rises, fostering inner peace and positive energy that attracts and reassures others. Studies indicate that those practicing self-care recover more quickly from stress. In today's fast-paced world, where women are expected to multitask endlessly, nurturing oneself is both rare and luxurious. Many chase achievements, love, and recognition, overlooking the essential act of caring for their own well-being. A woman who dares to pause and prioritize her inner peace is extraordinary. She doesn't need to prove herself through busyness or sacrifice. Her true luxury shines through her nurturing energy. This energy isn't limited to personal quiet moments. It naturally radiates outward. When full, she doesn't force generosity. Warmth and peace flow effortlessly, empowering men, comforting children, and healing friends. Like a candle, her flame doesn't diminish by lighting others. In a world where tranquility is scarce, this radiance is a rare and priceless form of luxury. As Jung said, there's no single way to nurture. For some, it's reading. For others, painting, meditating, or walking in nature. The key is listening to oneself and refilling one's inner vessel. Nurturing yourself not only fosters happiness, but transforms your presence into a gift. You become a rare presence, one that others naturally cherish. Jung also emphasized, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens. When a woman turns inward, nurtures herself and fills her own heart, she awakens and becomes a rare light in the world, A woman who embodies these feminine energy principles is like a work of art, shaped by time, depth, and quiet experience. She doesn't need to prove or flaunt herself. Her authentic life, clear boundaries, inner peace, and fullness make her exceptional. She is not just another option. She is a presence others feel fortunate to encounter, an energy that inspires respect, admiration, and connection. You too can embrace this way of living, not by imitating others, but by returning to yourself, nurturing, listening, enjoying, and living authentically, even if it challenges old norms. If these insights resonate, share this video to help other women reclaim their feminine power, and subscribe to join our journey of self-discovery, where you transform from being merely a choice into a rare, luxurious, and irreplaceable version of yourself.